Hey guys, it's me Paco, and you're watching Bad Witch Books. Guys, welcome back. How are you? Today we're going to be going over my summer book hauls. So the way I do book hauls, this is your first one you're watching, I separate them 3 months. So January or December, January, and February is winter. Months come after that. March, April, May is spring. This is the summer one, so this will be June, July, August, and then the next one will be in the fall. The last book haul of the year will be in the fall, which would be in November, because it'll be September, October, November. So that's how I separate me hauls. So it's still summer, even though some people say it's winter. Sadly, it's still summer because it's burning hot. So if you hear the air conditioner in the fan, I'm on the second level. This heat, it's not fun, especially when you're a big bitch. Okay, let's get started on to the haul, shall we? So we're gonna start with a book I don't have right now. My brother's borrowing it. I don't want to go downstairs because it requires walking. So the first book I'm gonna show and talk about is House of X, Powers of X. I have already read this. This is the basically a soft reboot of the X-Men series. It will be on either side of me, one of the two. And it is by Jonathan Hickman. It is the reboot of the X-Men series, and it is how all the mutants get their own island nation of Krakoa and how it settles up in for this new era. And I've talked about the Krakoa era, so this is the book that starts it all. It's really good. Highly recommend it. Okay, next book I will be talking about, I don't have these in a specific order, so I have them on like stacked. So this book I have the hardcover edition too, and I'm getting rid of this edition. Not technically, I'm giving it to someone. I'm giving it to Princess. But Twin Crowns by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Weber. This is about two sisters, one who was raised by the witches and one who was raised in the castle. And the one who was raised by witches has to impersonate her sister so that she can get the throne. This is a beautiful Fairy Loot paperback edition, but I'm bougie and I don't like paperback, so I'm going to be giving this to Princess. So the next book is a book I just got in Fairy Loot, and I don't know much about it, but it is called The Darkening by Susan Mara, and this is a gorgeous edition, and it's got the gorgeous paper end trails or whatever like that. So this is about, I believe, a girl who her mom is like banished from the kingdom for something, and there's a giant storm. That's all I know, and I will eventually read this. Hopefully, it looks gorgeous. Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns. Next book is The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reed. This is about a magical forest, and a girl is chosen for something in the forest. That's all I really know about it. I'm excited for this. I've heard really good things about this book, and I'm excited to read it because it sounds very up my alley. Ooh. Okay, next book is My Dearest Darkest by Kayla Cottom. I think I said that name right. This is a book about... It's Dark Academia and Sapphic. That's all I know. This is for Princess's Book Club, Morally Booked Book Club, so I will be reading it this month. I don't know much about it. Next book I bought at Pride, actually, because I went to Pride, and there's this local bookstore that had a stall there, and I have no self-control, so I bought a book, even though I financially should not have. I bought All Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Doug. This is about a girl who, I think she finds like her mom's tarot deck, and she starts to realize she has a gift for it. And it's really pretty cover. It's sapphic. That's all I know. I know a lot about these books, don't I? I have a problem with buying books. Okay, next book is a book I've read. It is Together We Burn by Isabella Ibans. This is about a girl who her dad is a dragon fighter, and after he gets hurt, she who is a flamingo dancer has to take up the position of dragon fighter. I reviewed this in last month's wrap up, so watch that video if you want my full thoughts. I'll link it down below. Next video is Together We Burn by I just put it there. This Wicked Fate by Caitlin Byron. This is the sequel to This Poison Heart. I just finished this book earlier this month, so this will be in the next wrap-up for August, but I really enjoyed it. It's about a girl who her birth family left her a house, so her and her moms go to check it out, and it has to do with the secrets because she has power to control nature. Really good. Going through this pretty quick. Next book on the haul is The Witch Heart by Genevieve I'm not gonna pronounce that last name. I hate that it's in this like library wrapping, but we do what we got to. This is basically, I heard, Circe but Norse, and it's about the wife of Loki and the mother of monsters, and I'm really excited to read it. My books are falling. We don't like this. Okay, wait. Technical difficulties. Ignore me trying to set these books away. Okay, keep going. Oh no. Sorry, I had to cut that because the books were falling and I had to like rearrange it. Okay, so the next book on my stack of books here that I've bought is The Merciless One by Namina Forna. This is the sequel to The Gilded Ones. This is about a girl who, when the girls are of age, they have to prick their finger, and if the blood is red, they are pure, and if they bleed gold, they are monsters. And one day, our girl, she bleeds gold, and then she was like imprisoned, and then one day a lady finds her and is like, hey, if you fight for this kingdom and this secret army we're building, we don't have to be imprisoned and put to death. And she agrees, and things go from there. Really good book, really loved it. Excited to get into this one. Next book, this is The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Budala. This is the Fairy Loot edition, so I love that for me. This is about a girl who is a black market magic dealer in the like night market, I believe, and then she meets in with the princes. That's all I really know about it. I'm reading this month, and I'm excited. Next book is another Fairy Loot book, and that is The Vicious Grace by Emily Seed. This gorgeous yellow edition. This is about a girl who, I believe she has the ability to just see when people die. I could be completely wrong. I'm mixing this up with books. Let me just... So apparently she kills every suitor she touches. That's all I really know. I'm excited to eventually get into this. I love the aesthetically vibes this book has. Okay, a book I actually know what stuff about is Zachary Ying and the Dragon Emperor by Zaren J. Zhao. This is about a kid who, when he basically gets possessed by the first emperor of China, and he has to like save the world. Very fun, really enjoyed it. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh meets Percy Jackson. It was really fun. Next is Forging Stars, Silver and Stars by Bridget Kemmerer. This is about a girl. No, it's not about a girl. This is the sequel series to Curse of Dark and Lonely. And I know it's about it takes place, one of the kids in the first book is now older, and it follows him. And I'm excited to read this. I really did enjoy the Curse of Dark and Lonely trilogy. Okay, next book I bought were Marauders Volume 1 hardcover edition. This is gorgeous. Look at this. Look at it without the dust jacket. This is by Gary Duggan, and the art is by... It doesn't say the artist. I mean, it does, but it doesn't say their full name. It just says their last name. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I can read it. Because I want to start giving credit to artists. I don't. But so yeah, the writer is Gary Duggan, but the artist Matthew Louis, and illustrator. Come on, Stefano Casilli. The art was really good in this. I read it digitally, but I really enjoyed this series because the art's amazing. But so basically this series is about Kate Pryde is one of the only mutants who can't go through the gates to get through Krakoa, because they have like these gates that can, if you're a mutant, instantly take you to Krakoa, the island nation I talked about earlier in the House of X, Power of X book. And Kate Pryde is the only mutant who can't get through it for some unknown reason. Okay, sorry, trying to put this back on. Who, she can't get through the gates, and so Emma Frost, who is the White Queen and the leader of the Hellfire Trading Company, is like, hey, if you do this for me and become the Red Queen on my board, she'll basically fund stuff for her. And so Kate Pryde ends up becoming a pirate, basically, and getting mutants who can't get to gates because their country won't allow them. And they also deal with the black market, and it's really good. It's got Emma Frost and Storm on the team, and like those are my two favorite X-Men. So I really enjoyed this book. I'm excited because I bought the hardcover of Volume 2, and that should be coming eventually, I think in November. So if I get it in November, you guys will see it in the haul. Next haul, okay. Next book I have here is Inferno by Jonathan Hickman. And then the artists, Stefano Criscelli, Valerie Snit, and R.B. Sevilla. This is the end of an era. It's still the Krakoa era, but this is like end of part 2 of it. Basically, one of the things we learned in House of X, right away is that Moira McTaggart, who was like the best human ally, was secretly a mutant, and it's a whole Shaw. But basically, this is her story of Mystique and Destiny, who are these other 2 mutants. Who I'm gonna talk about this later. Really good book. I will talk about this in the wrap up, so because it gets confusing. But basically, a tagline I really liked is Destiny, who is a precog. She's able to see into the future. Can you see into the future? Says, there will be an island, said Destiny to Mystique. Not the first, but the last. This place will seem to be hope for our kind. When those days come, remember these words. Bring me back. And if you cannot, if they will not, then burn that place to the ground. Lesbian couple for the wind. I really enjoyed this. I will talk about it a lot more in my wrap up. Last books I bought, I forgot about, so I'm adding this part in, are the redesigns for the Iron Fey, like, second trilogy that came out. I'm trying to stop books from falling because guess what? I'm unorganized. So that is the Iron Prince, the Iron Traitor, and the Iron Warrior. These are all by Julie Kakawa, and these continue the Fae, like, story she was doing that started with the Iron King. And then I don't know if I talked about this in the last haul. I might have, but they're here again. Still haven't read them yet because I need to read these 3 before I read these 2. But that is the Iron Raven and the Iron Sword, which just came out came out this year. The Iron Sword and Iron Raven came out last year, but these are continuations, so really enjoyed them. I haven't read them yet, but I enjoyed the first trilogy. But yeah, that is what I've bought this summer. Let me know down below what you guys bought this summer. I'm gonna just give you a heads up right now. I'm not gonna have these books I've mentioned in the notes because I don't got time for that. But I will link down the wrap up, or I talked about one of these books. And it's hot, you could tell. You can tell I'm already like exhausted. The wrap up will be linked down below. I will link down Princesses below because I mentioned her channel. And my socials, of course, will be linked down below. I post new videos every Friday. I do vlogs on Wednesdays and every Monday, except for the last Monday of the month. I do reading sprints. And on the last Mondays of the month, I try to do my book club meetings unless things change because work likes to screw my plans. But I will see you guys later.